2 weeks after President Obama's inauguration, Senator Byron Dorgan told the Senate, "We've seen money go out the back door of this government unlike any time in the history of our country. Nobody knows what went out of the Federal Reserve Board, to whom and for what purpose." 3 weeks after the inauguration, Bloomberg reported that the Fed had released $8 trillion in loans, but would not identify the recipients. 4 months later, Congressman Alan Grayson asked the Federal Reserve's Inspector General, Elizabeth Coleman, where the money went.
Inspector Coleman, you're the Inspector General for the Federal Reserve, right? Okay.
That's correct.
We're talking about events that started unfolding 8 months ago. Have you reached any conclusions about the Fed expanding its balance sheet by over $1 trillion since last September?
We have not yet reached any conclusions.
Do you know who received that money?
We're in the process right now of doing our review, and
Right, but you're the Inspector General. My question to you specifically is, do you know who received that $1 trillion plus that the Fed extended and put on its balance sheet since last September? Do you know the identity of the recipients?
I do not know. We have not looked at that specific area.
If the Federal Reserve's Inspector General doesn't know who got the money, how do we find out?
But there is one piece of legislation that's getting a lot of attention and support on both sides of the aisle, something that it would be great if you could get behind, and it was just introduced yesterday, and the number is 1207, and what it is going to do and can do is to audit the Federal Reserve. At least we can find out what they're doing.
H.R. 1207 will require that the audit of the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve System and the Federal Reserve banks under subsection B shall be completed before the end of 2010. This bill will help open the doors of accountability at the Federal Reserve. Make sure your congressman supports H.R. 1207. Call the Capitol Switchboard free at 202-224-3121. Let's get control over the Federal Reserve.